Hey guys, what's up? It's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be doing the coffee book tag, and this was created by Bangity Bangs, and I'll link his original video down below. And I wasn't tagged by anybody, but I still wanted to do this tag this week, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm just going to be reading the questions off my phone, and yeah, let's get into it. And pretty much this is bookish related questions that are connected to a type of coffee, basically. So yeah, let's get into the questions. So the first question is black coffee. Name a series that's tough to get into but has hardcore fans. My pick for this question would have to be City of Bones, which is the first book in the Mortal Instruments series, and that is because I personally enjoyed this book a lot, but I can speak for a lot of people that have said that this book is confusing, there's so much information thrown at you, and this is not the best book in the series, and that the series gets a lot better. And I've heard that so many times, and it's kind of true. Like the books do get a lot better and everything, but this book for a lot of people is tough to get into. And I know the Mortal Instruments can be kind of a big commitment, the series, because there's a lot of books, and then you have to read the spin-off trilogy, or then you have to read the prequel trilogy and stuff like that. So it could be a lot of commitment for someone, so it is like a hard book to get into, and they're pretty big too, so it's kind of a lot to commit yourself to. But if you're thinking about it, I totally recommend it because I love these books a lot, so get on it. Next question is Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or festive time of year. And I've watched so many of these tags, and everybody says Harry Potter, which I'm sure is true. But for my pick, I'm going with Let It Snow by John Green, Maren Johnson, and Lauren Michael. And this book is like one of the only books, like wintry books, that I actually own that are actually based like upon winter. And this book was set around Christmas Eve, mainly around Christmas Eve, and it was a really good read, and it was great. And it was just 3 holiday romances, and they were all centered kind of around this coffee shop, and all the characters kind of intertwine, and it's really nice. I really liked it. It was fun. Question 3, hot chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? And I'm not sure if this is meaning like some children's like picture book or something like that, but I'm gonna go with more of a middle grade, like the middle grade kind of books, and I'm gonna go with the Spiderwick Chronicles by Holly Black, and I believe someone else, but I'm not really sure because I read those books in like 3rd or 4th grade, I think, or even younger. I don't really remember, but I do remember enjoying them. And I don't know when I read them, but I did like them, and they were fun for me to read. So 4, Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. For my pick for this question, I'm going to go with My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. This book was incredible, and it definitely kept me on the edge of my seat the whole entire time, and I could not stop reading it. And when I did have to put it down and go do something else, I was so excited to go back and pick it back up. And it was, yeah, this book is pretty much, there is a trigger warning for suicide, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I don't want to go too into it because of that, but it is very good and very heartwarming, and oh, it's so beautiful. I loved it so much. And to prove how much I love it, I don't give that many books 5 stars. Like, you have to blow my mind for me to give you a 5-star, and that book definitely got a 5-star. And this year I've only rated like 3 books 5 stars. Most books I rate for 4.5 or in the 3 era, but that book was definitely a 5, so I definitely would check that out. And number 5 is Starbucks. Name a book you see everywhere. A Court of Thorn and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And this book I'm seeing everywhere. It was released this month, so it's kind of everywhere, and I really want to get to it because I did pre-order it, but it's still not here yet. I don't know, maybe there was a ton of pre-orders, not really sure, or there's something going on, but it should be here by the time you guys watch this video, or by the time I post this video. And it should be here by the time I actually upload this video, so that's exciting, and I really want to read it because everyone on Goodreads is talking about it and giving it 5 stars and saying how amazing it is. And I'll probably need to push away all the hype and read it so that I don't have high expectations, but I am seeing it everywhere. It's everywhere. 6 is the hipster coffee shop. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. And I'm really sorry, but I can't answer this because I don't think I've ever read any indie authors. It's just, I don't think I've read any, and I don't know, I've never read any, so I can't really give you guys a shout out or anything like that. So I apologize for that, but yeah, next question. Question 7, oops, I accidentally got decaf. Name a book you're expecting more from. This pick, I chose a book that is not, I don't think, very well known on BookTube, but that is Dead to You by Lisa McMahon, and this book I was definitely expecting more from. I read it sometime last year, and I definitely remember how disappointed I was with the ending of this book. And you know, it was a book about a kid who was kidnapped off his front lawn at the age of 7, I believe, and then he goes back to his family at the age of 16, and he has to he doesn't really remember them that much, so he kind of has to, you know, deal with everything. And then his family is like falling apart again because he's back, and this book bothered me so much. But you know, you may like it because there's always, I've said this before, but there's always one person who loves a book and one person who doesn't. And if you go on Goodreads, there's usually always one person who gives books a 1 star, and then there's one person who gave it a 5. So keep that in mind. And still, if you're like trying to choose not to read this personally, I didn't like it, but you might like it, so give it a shot if you want to, you know. 8, The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet but ultimately satisfying. This question was so hard for me. I was sitting in front of my bookshelf and I could not decide on anything, but then I finally like looked at this book and I was like, that'd be perfect. So for my choice, I chose The 100 by Case Morgan, and this book had its bitter moments, especially because I watched the show first and I was kind of obsessed with the show before I even read the book, so that was kind of irritating for me. And there was characters who were missing and things going on with characters that weren't in the show, and it just kind of bothered me. But then again, you know, there was good moments in this, and you got a lot of different point of views, which can be bitter and sweet, and it was ultimately satisfying. It was okay. I gave it like a 3.75, 3.5-ish, but yeah, I'd give it a shot if you want. So thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up because it really means a lot. And yeah, and if you want, you can subscribe down below and just be notified when I upload any new videos. And if you guys have any requests as well, let me know in the comments, if that's book videos, makeup videos, anything of the sort. But I really do love making these book videos, and they're a lot of fun for me, and I really love being more involved in the BookTube community because I do really love books and I do watch a lot of booktubers. And yeah, so if you've read any of these books or want to read any, let me know in a comment down below because I love discussing books with people. And yeah, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.